Welcome to Burger of the Month. I'm here with Cheryl Hurst. She's going to do us her Burger of the Month for May, which is the...
Not the 51st state.
Not the 51st state. What's in it?
So it's the bun, there's barbecue sauce, there's rocket or arugula if you're in Canada.
Arugula.
A nice patty, good standard cheddar cheese. And then we've got pea-meal bacon or back bacon, I think as you call it here. We call it Canadian bacon. And then we've got a potato waffle with cheese, gravy, kind of like a poutine Canadian way.
And what inspired the name?
Trump wants to make us the 51st state. That's...
And it's a Canadian burger then, it's a Canadian theme?
It is. We don't have a lot of classic Canadian food. Really the only Canadian food we've got is poutine and good old beef and, you know, arugula. The only actual Canadian thing we really have is maple syrup and arugula. We're gonna make Canada great again.
Cheryl, so you say Canada doesn't have its own food, you reckon?
I mean, it does sort of like Indigenous Canadian would have bannock and there's other like Indigenous Canadian food. But when people think of Canadian cuisine, it's usually other people who have come to Canada and brought stuff. We have maple syrup, which I'm very proud of. I dip it in everything. The best thing is a sweet potato with maple syrup and cinnamon on top. And then you say rocket, but we would say arugula. We say cilantro, you say parsley. So like most of our stuff is just stuff that we say differently to how British people.
The name. So you've taken the stuff, you just changed the names. That's what Canada does, yeah?
Except for poutine. That's I think out of Quebec. We've got poutine, which is...
And that's what it's called there as well?
Yeah,
poutine, yeah.
Poutine, yeah.
I do love a bit of poutine. But apparently I haven't did it wrong all this time. It's got to have special, the cheese got to be special squares.
Cheese curds. It's not just square cheese, it's the curd of the cheese.
Now we're going to go speak to Camille. He's going to tell us how we're going to cook this burger and make it the 51st state.
We need to cook all the ingredients, which needs with the beef patty, which is over there. We need to grill it, and in a minute, so we're gonna toast the bun. We have already a maple caramelized onion. We have waffles. We have the bacon as well, your Canadian bacon, which means we need to grill it. In here, we've got our unique gravy, the smoked one. We have arugula, or whatever, which is rocket leaves. Yeah, and instead of curd, we have that British cheddar. That's gonna be our British or smoked twist with your Canadian flag. Yeah, and I think so we should start cooking it.
Okay, have you cut onions before?
I'm not known for my culinary skills. My husband will laugh very hard at this, as will my sister, who makes fun of me regularly for how I cut things.
Like a pro on their first day. Everyone starts somewhere.
They always do this in the shows. They're always like, they always do it like that.
Yeah, so if your husband's not at home, then what's you cook?
I eat a lot of chicken. We have an air fryer. We're one of those couples.
Oh, one of those, yeah. Okay.
I don't like cooking. I don't enjoy it. In my ideal world, everything would just be put in a blender and injected into me.
Injecting your food?
Yeah,
just inject this food in.
I'm kind of lazy. I do love burgers. I'm very passionate about burgers.
Cool, okay.
And burgers in the city.
You come to the right place?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. But you don't like the burger patty though, do you? Oh, is it a British beef patty?
Here's what happened. Basically, they had to cull a bunch of British beef because of mad cow disease. And then all the beef that was remaining is not good beef. And then I also think that your beef is corn-fed instead of grass-fed. It never tastes as good as Canadian beef.
I couldn't imagine cows sitting around just eating corn.
Something like that. There's something that makes the British beef
less grassy.
Less good. It's just never as tasteful. And people always think that I'm making that up. But when you go to Canada or Australia or like Brazil and have beef, you will notice how good it is.
Okay, so go to Canada, try the burger, or Brazil. I mean, I've eaten Australian burgers. I just thought they were burgers. I didn't see any difference, really.
You just don't have the...
I couldn't taste the grass from the cow.
You just don't have the educated palate for beef that I have. Yeah. Chickens all taste the same.
I don't know, you ever had Irish chickens? They're the best chickens.
Are there?
Because they eat magic beans. Yeah, no, I don't know. They're just better. It's something to do with leprechauns, I don't know. But you know what? Our beef has changed a lot. It's actually upgraded because we were eating horse and pretending to eat cows. Did you know that?
Who's we?
Me and Camille.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
When an Irishman says like, we were doing this, I'm like, I don't think I want to be included in that.
No, so it was for years. Tesco's were giving people horse meat and pretending it was cows.
Oh yeah, that was like the Swedish meatballs that had...
They had horse in it as well?
In Canada, there was, and I don't know if you can include this on this video, but in Canada, there was a problem where there was a buffet and the male servers were inserting parts of themselves into the salad dressing. And that was a big problem. And then they had to test all their salad dressing for semen.
Why didn't you just chew it out?
Yeah, don't give them the benefit of the doubt.
We're not giving them this shit. Let's go and test this for semen first. Make some more salad and get it out there.
We're not a wasteful country. This is very nicely cut.
This is very finely cut. I've never seen it. It's some of the finest cut onions I've seen. Do you ever watch Catherine Ryan?
I love Catherine Ryan. I'm a big fan. She won't join our WhatsApp group of Canadians, but We keep trying to get her in.
So now we're gonna go to Camille. He's gonna start cooking the burger. Let's get this on the go. Yes.
Okay, I've got the
So
two
what's that
bowls in my
part?
hand.
Okay.
We need to grill them and smash them. We need to put the seasoning, like smash the stuffing. Actually, we need to move it, smash the egg.
And Cheryl, you were saying that these aren't proper. Most of the smash burger places aren't proper smash burgers. What's proper smash? Is this
You
proper
gotta
smash?
get the crispy bits on the
Okay,
outside.
yeah,
that's
nice,
the
yeah.
key.
We're gonna get this crispiness on it, and easily after that, we're gonna just put the cheese, just to make sure it's gonna get melted. We're gonna steam it with our dough, and in here we've got this Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon, huh?
Yes, spiked bacon. Yes, we're gonna grill it as well in here.
And then that the other way around. Yep. And then to the right hand side here.
Right.
And just gotta remember to not burn that. Okay.
Yeah, okay. What do you-
Up and then down.
I've never deep fried anything in my life.
Have you not?
No. Does this look like the hands of someone who's done hard labor?
Canadians don't fry stuff, or you just don't fry stuff?
No, I worked at Starbucks. What would I have ever fried stuff?
But at home, you never fry the things.
No. My parents have a turkey deep fryer for Thanksgiving.
They
But we
deep fry
used
their
it once,
turkey
and then
for
my
Christmas?
dad like lit the garage on fire, and we never used it again.
That's why you've learned not to try and cook stuff.
Here we've got this two smash burgers with cheddar, bacon,
Not a curd, but
another curd.
It's cheese curd now.
that's okay. I'm starting with the barbecue sauce.
The homemade barbecue sauce, Smoke's finest.
I'm just getting good coverage on the bun.
Yeah. I like your styles. I like
And then
where
I'm gonna put rocket on, or
Arugula?
arugula, which I know is controversial.
Well, it's not controversial. I'm now going to call it arugula
Arugula.
until I know I can.
And then I'm gonna go with one patty.
Is it all the rocket you're putting on?
So I'm putting arugula on. I'm gonna put more on, don't worry. And
It's
then
not arugula science. Is that what you're saying?
it is a science, this arugula. The more I say arugula, the less it sounds like a word. Then I'm putting on one patty. It's got cheese, it's got the bacon on it. And then I'm gonna put a little bit more arugula
More
on.
arugula.
Yeah.
More arugula.
This is how you can feel like it's healthy, because it's got green stuff in it.
Yeah, it changed everything.
But with the
On
arugula,
the go.
what it actually does is because there's some sweetness in the maple,
Uh-huh.
the bitterness of the rocket cuts the sweetness a little bit.
Scientific.
Not
I
just
love
a pretty face.
No.
And then I put on another patty with cheese and more bacon. And then I'm putting on the maple glazed onion.
Caramelized maple onions.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I can eat onions like apples, so I probably have more onion than a normal person would want. And then we're putting on the potato waffle
This is looking great.
with more melted cheese.
Waffles a thing in Canada?
Lego my Eggo.
Lego my Eggo?
That's what we say, yeah, we have Eggo waffles. And then this is gonna be a mess. But this is the gravy that you should try to get right into the holes of the waffle.
You're the shot of the.
Just a little one for my side of my burger. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. There you go. 51st state.
51st state. That looks fantastic. That's the 51st state. How do you think it's going to fare up against Jim Hooker's Bosch Burger, which is an S16 burger? Or we got Casper Pepping's Blue Steel Burger, which is blue cheese and avocado in the burger.
He's a male model, right?
Meal model.
I would never trust a male model to make my food because they haven't eaten since 1991.
He wasn't born in 1991.
Still. Yeah, even worse. I would never trust a model to make my food. Essex burger. What? They don't even have real teeth. How are they?
No.
They don't know what to eat. You have to mash everything up into like a blend. This is the truest burger
So this
you'll
is the
ever
one.
have.
You think this is the winner?
Have you ever met a Canadian that didn't give you good advice? No. Hi, I'm Cheryl Hurst, and this is the 51st State Burger. It's got Canadian bacon, it's got maple syrup, it's got 2 patties, it's got cheese, it's got a potato waffle, more cheese, topped off with gravy and a little bit of arugula. And if you don't vote for it to win, it's because you hate democracy. This is the best burger I've ever had. It tastes like freedom and geese.